the North Cat, baby, I'm a boss. Carolina barbecue sauce with the slaw. I'm the safe, the cellar, and the vault. I'm the best, the effect, and the cause. I'm the law.
Maybe nothing. Maybe they just have to go back to what they were doing before, throw everything out the window, but they need to shake things up. They need positive momentum going into the last weekend.
Don't drop middle. Change it up.
Yeah.
Just rewrite the script. Go somewhere else.
Just shoot the man's forehead.
That's all it takes, Moses. All you have to do is just shoot the mans and get circle.
Absolutely. Well, let's see if
Easy.
they can have that circle luck here on Miramar. It's match number 35 already. It feels like this phase has been flying by, and the plane is headed basically up the middle. And now we'll see if teams like Vanquish can get up towards Campo Militar. There's going to be some stress around that northeastern side of the zone.
Really, it's going to be difficult for the teams that are going to make that push up there like you were talking about, but most of our teams should be in a pretty decent spot. We've not seen a whole bunch of northern push. It's just a little bit more of those outliers. I say that, but that's where low-key, and we saw Vanquish, that's where they tend to hang out, and they had a good last game on them. So you can see the drops have now come out. Everybody's separating out. Nothing too crazy coming inside of this game so far. Looks like everybody's going to be able to get a little bit of breathing room. Zenith's finally making a push back down right up into Sonic space. Kendo does get away with that. Nice crash coming through. Tries to go for the jump shot. Not going to get a lot out, but that does allow Pr0phie to make his push on the side of this as well. So Zenith does manage to make landfall right up next to Sonic as Keenan is trying to defend it.
Keenan needs support ASAP. Tiggleton needs to come over. Someone needs to come over and help. Here comes Wooly, the rest of the squad. Support has arrived, and this is a nice biding of time by Keenan. Zenith has not gotten any frags or any opening shots yet. Nice bank grenade through the doorway. Can't find any downs, and the nades will come in turn, and this is going to be a full-on commit. Very close quarters here.
This is a very tight fight. Everybody's just trying to get whatever grenade angles they can. Shots are going to come out actually from Tempo Storm that get the down onto Walt Jr. You can see Keenan starting to be a little bit more aggressive with it. Keenan does get the down onto Kendo. That's 2 members down from Zenith. Finally, it's going to be some returns coming through, so it's going to be 2-2 now.
And now this is a flank coming in from Pr0phie. Wide up close. Really well played, but honestly, Tiggleton will get the upper hand. Another spray. Nice. Tiggleton will save it. 2 res is coming. A clutch play from the Australian.
At the very end there, Tiggleton shows up when it matters most. Keenan, Tony V, going to be able to be rezzed. They're still towards the circle. New circle has popped. They are inside that safe zone, but it looks like a couple of different people might want to party around that location as Tempo Storm was being aggressive on it, but Ghost Gaming taking some shots and going to get the down onto Zampa.
This was Sonic's trying now to defend against Tempo, who did get a down onto Walt, and seeing that fight finish. Not to mention, Wildcard does take Pistola time down. Penta hits.
That's a bad spot to be at, too. Ooh, yeah. Riot Squad's walking up, taking some shots back over towards Low-Key. Pax is already down. Low-Key separated out in that 2-2. Wildcard off in the distance did have one of the members go down by themselves, so they're going to have to get the res back over towards that, which they do get. But now Low-Key's got to figure out, okay, what do we do? It's only VZ that has managed to make it right up in the steps, right next to Low-Key. The rest of the members of Squad are back on that hillside, looking back down, trying to provide some level of support. So now you can see shots are going to come through, and it's actually going to be Nerf that buys a little bit more time and spaces. VZ holding down this shack. You can see the slow approach coming out from Low-Key.
Yeah, Low-Key's in a rough spot, however. They do have Wildcard in the crossfire. Just the smokes and the vehicles protecting them for now. They are trying to dislodge VZ, but they really can't move. You can see Chubba Bubba with the vehicle on the low side, even really can't use it for cover that well.
They don't have a lot of utility. I didn't see grenades. What were we just looking at? And great shots coming out from Genesis. That's 2 members of Low-Key down. And VZ knows. Remember, he came up here. He got a knock earlier. He just steps up, and he's like, no, this is my time. I'm going to go for the shots on Twin. It does backfire. He does get 1 down out of it.
I'm not sure he knew there were 2 people there.
Yeah, with this, now the support's got to come through. What's Riot Squad going to do? Are they going to come save him? I think he's dead at this point.
Well, he's safe. He has some time to work with. Likely his first, maybe not his first knock. He's chunking pretty quick. So yeah, VZ's likely as Lada's gonna come in. Nice.
Send it in there. Go after it. Lada jumps in. He's like, no, not today. I'm gonna go ahead and save you, VZ. Makes it in there. Now Pax, you're in some trouble, buddy.
And well, Lada did take a headshot from Genesis on the way in, so he will get the med off first and go for the res. But what is it going to cost them this time around? It's going to be a 2-2 split. They do have cover set up at least.
And it gets them closer towards the center of the circle as well. So while it's an aggressive play, it does actually come up. They do lose their vehicles for it. So rotating from here is going to be pretty hard, but they still have the other 2 members that maybe can come down and pick them up.
Overall, nice plays. Nice plays, dude.
See Ghost contemplating how they're going to handle this next. There's that split that's coming out from E United. They're still stacking up in that 3-1, I believe, at the time, or is it 2-1 at this point? But they've got a couple of members off to one side of it, taking a couple of shots, but you can see separation coming out. Ghost trying to figure out, okay, what do we do next?
249 for Stab, plus the gear to go along. And now Vegas and the rest of Ghost on the edge of the zone look towards EU United, as they don't have to move through them just yet, but still holding on to the 2-2 is EU United. Stab and Taylor up on the hillside with Balefrost and Charu in the compound. Genesis, strongest position in the zone. Circle getting ready to shift once again. And Player One Esports is being bullied on the edge of the zone.
So the problem that comes into play with Genesis being into this position, while it's great to get center of circle, we often see most teams don't push that direction. So it's very hard to get the kills. You really have to have just beautiful shots, good follow-ups, try to get everything you can, as again, Genesis is going to have a nice position inside the circle, as well as United and Ghost. Really, it's guys up towards the northwest. They're going to have to figure out what do they do next.
Tempo sending it on the motorcycle is Maluk. Zampa already out of his vehicle, going to park them together and try and make a little bit of a foothold as Tempo can't quite get into the zone. Sharpshot and Sharky still on the edge with the Sonics between them. And now for Tempo Storm, they're going to have United to contend with, as well as Ghost Gaming.
Oh, there's a mess that's starting to occur back down towards the south. It's Riot Squad running right into Lazarus. It's just cars everywhere. It's a mess. Rumblers are getting involved in this as well. There's third parties, vehicles flipping everywhere. This is a bloody, bloody fight, as it's going to be Lazarus that do come up with it.
Luke.
But it's still the third party off to the side coming up really big with Rumblers just destroying Lazarus.
Yeah, I was going to say, if they can get into the dip and down and away, they might be able to save some of their players. That was a necessary crash. I think Civ will be rezzed by Luke. They did pick up a couple of kills. We see Sonics go down in the back line, and here's Player One Esports. Another vehicle. Pax just ate that motorcycle for breakfast, and the vehicle rolling around did take down Aguila, so that is a bit of a cluster there for Player One.
It's just too many people alive and not enough space for everyone, so it is just getting destructive on every part of the circle. Remember the fact that they had the two members from Riot Squad down inside that shack.
They're still alive.
Genesis taking the shots. Player One Esports trying to regroup. Riot Squad trying to deal with contenders on two different sides. Player One Esports taking a lot of damage off of this.
And VZ will go down again and quickly finished by Hetroar. And Drass will take down Interrogate now. This is that crunch, a lot of open space. Endemic, they haven't been doing much. They're still 4 strong, edge of the zone, and they're walking into Wildcard.
Look at this. Wildcard also wants to join into this party that's over here. Lada's the last member alive for Riot Squad after just being pounced on from every single angle. Who would have thought that this push down to the shack would buy so much space? But Adam's got a grenade prepped and ready. It does bounce on the outside of the shack. Lada realizes it's like, nope, okay, I'm not going to go out there. I'm still safe. Just going to sit here. Genesis doesn't have the best firing angle back over towards Wildcard, but you know who might? It's going to be Endemic coming up back behind him.
That was such an unlucky bounce for Adam's grenade. That should have been an easy kill there for him, but bad bounce, and now Endemic is going to get picked apart. Genesis looking at them space station as well, trying to throw the smokes down, but they're just a little bit late. Wolf stuck in the edge of the zone. A lot of damage coming his way. He will go down to Baja, and now Adam is going to have an easier time of it. But Leda, he forgot about him just for a second. Perfect timing. 4 kills for Riot Squad.
Riot Squad is just death gripping this shack. Leda is just being such a star performer for that squad. Pistola Time has had to abandon that rock. It is covered in flames.
Endemic goes down with 1 kill, and now it's just Pistola Time and Leda kind of looking at each other. And this Valley has been great for Riot Squad, even though they only have 1 left, and Genesis will get the zone again.
Genesis sitting very comfortable, pretty. They're kind of dictating a lot of what's going on, taking shots, getting more control. Baja has made a rotation back down there. Leda does get more and more space as he finally manages to remove Wildcard, but there's just contender after contender coming after him. Got Baja Waka right next to him as well.
He's got like a field of boxes out there he can go and pick. Obviously, he doesn't want to
ever walk outside.
He can't leave, obviously. He knows how safe he is, well, at least how secure he is, but now it's going to be Space Station's turn. They're getting close. Baja trying to thread the needle with the grenade. Can't get it from distance. It's like playing, what's the game called? With the... with the bean bags.
Cornhole. There you go.
Cornhole.
Finally does pay off. So Leda does manage to get down, and that's going to be Riot Squad getting removed. And now, Baja, you get the Shack of Destiny.
I was trying to bait you into saying cornhole, and you wouldn't take it, but I appreciate you.
I did say it finally.
Okay, fair enough. Well, we got it. Now they got a kill. Space Station Gaming moving through, and now the fight we've been waiting for is Ghost Gaming and Tempo.
Sneaking up back behind this. Look at McCoy playing on this position. Everybody's kind of caught up with Tempo Storm of what's happening in front of them. A couple of shots coming out from EU United back towards Ghost is going to give away that reposition. position that they were going for. So lots of different positioning factors coming into play as E United is right next to Tempo Storm, as Ghost is just trying to find any hole in this that they can try to force their way through, trying to get any down off of it that they can. A lot of shots are starting to come through up on that hillside as Tempo Storm slowly having to retreat through their smokes.
Oh, what a line from Zampa. Opens up onto Pr0phie. He's going to take him down the nade follow-up, looking for multiple kills there. That's going to land close, but not close enough to do damage. Pr0phie likely already dead, but Ghost will continue to press forward. Genesis is now getting into the back line. They've got 8 kills already.
Ghost avoids that. Ghost trying to figure out a path to get in this, and Tempo Storm now going aggressive, trying to take this opportunity. They know Vegas is weak. They're just pushing right back down for it. Vegas is holding the angle, waiting for it, but it's not going to matter. They're going to get dropped off on one side. Ghost is just getting torn apart from every single angle as the other 2 members of Ghost were trying to push back up, but they near up in next to United.
I think that was a nice play from Ghost. They tried to get around Tempo Storm, but Genesis is continuing to pressure. Look at Kaymind, how aggressive he's getting. He's come out of cover. He's going to make some plays. Drassel and McCoy are in trouble if Ghost gets any more kills. And here's Kaymind. You can see him in the foreground, and he's shredding Tempo Storm. Another couple of kills. Well played by Kaymind.
It's buying more space, but it's still Envy and E United back and forth across this hilltop. Patcap's the last member for his squad still alive. Ghost only has 1 up, but trying to go for the res on both sides of this. Rumblers did manage to cross, get back down inside of that building complex off to the side of it. So a lot of very damaged squads, and Genesis that's just surveying the horizon.
Pivotal circle change here. Genesis, if they get this, this should be almost a must win, as the circle will change, and here it comes. It's going to go on to Genesis's compound.
Surprise.
This has got to feel real. This is a team that needs this, man. They have a ton of kills in this game. If they can secure this victory, it could turn all their fortunes around.
So Genesis has control over the circle right now, but there's a lot of teams that want to try to breach these different directions. You can see, it looks like Rumblers want to move along this hillside where we just saw Envy and Ghost getting into their skirmishes. Genesis has to hold every single angle around them right now. They have to find the sight lines to keep this, so that way nobody can push back over towards their hill. Space Station Gaming, they know that they have to make some type of path, but there's a road in between them that's wide open terrain. Easy kills to be picked up. Meanwhile, Ghost just trying to crawl back down off in one angle. They heard the fight with Envy just a second ago.
Rumblers are trying to rotate and find some kills on this very messy area of the map. Drassel and McCoy just prone and waiting at this stage, but here comes Taro and Patcaps. This kicks off. Rumblers are going to jump.
Rumblers still making that push back over their Drassel. Here's the footsteps, trying to figure out where they're going to be moving from. Really, shots do come out on the backside of this. Rumblers get the sight line first. So Ghost hears this, not opting to move at the time. Now it's just Pat trying to figure out what he's going to do. He has to leave Taro back behind on this. So Pat just playing along these hillsides as Rumblers moving back and forth through this. They have to be very cautious as multiple members could pop up onto this at any single time. Ghost is still waiting. They do spot out Patcaps. They're going to take a couple of shots back over to it, but Drassel gets spotted by Los.
I was going to say I would love to see Ghost jump up and do something here, because Rumblers going to run right over them, and that's going to be a quick down and out. Ghost and Envy going down to Rumblers, and that is going to boost the chances of Genesis, who now have eyes on Rumblers. This is a well-placed position now, and Genesis has got the compound, Matt. Even SSG is trying to get involved. Look at Luke.
Yeah, there's still 1 member from Lazarus alive. So with all these firefights that are happening towards the north, that's drawing a lot of attention away. So now he can slowly creep his way inside this, but Space Station Gaming does make the cross over the road, do manage to make it to the hills, and now looking back for this fight that they heard just a second ago. But there's so much smoke, so much terrain that's providing cover for Rumblers. It looks like they might have the time to regroup.
Petrar more interested in anything. Oh, that's another kill going to Nerf. So Luke has been found. Down to the top 3 teams. SSG, Rumblers, and Genesis. Genesis, powerful position, looking to clutch up a much-needed victory.
We often talk about how hard it is to get the kills when you're at the center of the circle. Genesis is making it look so easy. They're capitalizing on every single movement. But now all pressure is going to be coming from the north as Rumblers still trying to get their reses off. Space Station Gaming trying to find some approach point back over to where Genesis is at. Both of these teams on the outside of the building complex know Genesis is here.
Rumblers have no cover.
Life hell.
Rumblers have no cover whatsoever. Even if they have to make a play to the warehouse. If they have any hope at all, they have to figure out a way to get momentum into the warehouse. Kaymind is there to defend, but SSG's got the other ridge covered. You can see the smokes are coming out. They have to make a play. Kaymind knows this. He's laying in wait.
These shots
he should be calling for support, honestly.
Off the top of this, everybody from Genesis, they want to make sure that nobody's creeping in. They just had to take down Luke a second ago. They have to treat this as cautiously as they can. The skirmish is happening between Rumblers and Space Station Gaming. That's just going to play into Genesis' hands.
Nerf needs to come over.
Out. Here comes the push from Waldo. opting to go away from the building complex, trying to get a little bit more space. Kaymind hits the shots onto this, does a nice follow-up. Really, everything is just coming up from Genesis. Cherry Poppins outside the blue, trying to take some shots back over towards bottom. Kaymind is just mopping up everything.
Genesis takes it out of nowhere. Oh, well, not out of nowhere, but for 15 kills. That game came to an end in a flurry for Genesis, and that has got to feel so good.
This is exactly what they needed. We were making a joke a second ago. You know, it's really easy to be happy and feeling in a good mood when your team's on top. Walking away from a 25-point game with Kaymind, 7 kills, these guys have got to be feeling a world better.
Well, it doesn't look like it looking at them, but it felt good for us to watch at the very least. And Genesis, that has got to be a weight off their shoulders.